Well, hi. Today is Wednesday, August 27th, 2025. I'm Todd Studer, and this is Morning Coffee. We are sliding into a 3-day weekend. Labor Day is on Monday. Don't forget Hoodoo Days is coming up in Neola, helping celebrate Labor Day weekend. And I have, that's the topic on the other show on Local Roots. So you can watch that interview with Jamie Bush talking about Hoodoo Days, about the history of it, different things that are going on, the fact that they asked me to help judge the barbecue competition, which is now one of the highlights of my year. Thank you very much. So that's on the other show on Local Roots. Also, I just saw this posted online that there is an event coming up at Crescent Hill Lodge, and this is going to have a 4-course French meal. I'm actually reading it here. They posted it on social media by a local chef. And this year's fundraiser will take place on Thursday, September 11th. Live auction items can only be bid on in person at the event. So if you go to potconservation.org, you can learn more about it. There'll be a local beer from Full Fledged. Let's see, Matt Wilbur and Paul Hart are going to be providing the live music, catering by Block 16. Love those guys. And Riverside Views at Landing Events venues. So anyway, all of this is going on at Crescent Hill Lodge. So again, potconservation.org, that is the website. Today's show, we're going to talk about marketing, and we are going to bring in my friend Kyle Ranney from TaleSlate Agency, because Kyle does video marketing. He helps produce videos, much more than I get that this is a video, but his go way past that. And I wanted to have a conversation with him about where things are going and why it is so important when you're marketing your business to figure that portion of it in. He's got clients that now know this. He's been working with Habitat for Humanity, an ongoing project, and a lot of others as well. So Kyle Ranney, our guest today on Morning Coffee. I want to also remind you that navigating the healthcare system can be challenging, frustrating, and time-consuming for you and your family. That's where My Nurse Healthcare in Council Bluffs steps in. Nurse advocates providing one-on-one guidance and support every step of the way. With a dedicated nurse by your side, you'll get the right care from the right provider at the right time. Visit mynursehealthcare.com. Let them take the stress out of healthcare. Just Sue Creative, helping you build your business with website design, search engine optimization, content creation, marketing, everything you need to take your company to the next level. Sue Pitts has a passion for small businesses, helping them thrive in this digital world. A great starting point is by visiting her website, justsuecreative.com. There, you're going to find a button that says free consultation. You click on that, you pick a time that works for you. Next thing you know, you're having an online meeting with Sue, and you're going to find out just how great she can be and how much she can help you with your business. Again, the website, justsuecreative.com. And since 1870, Avela Bank has been providing Iowans with high-quality financial products and services to fit their needs. Whether you need a loan, would like to start a new business account, need to save money for a trip, or are looking to open a personal checking account, Avela's qualified bankers can help you with all of that and more. Visit avela.bank to learn more. Back with us this morning on the program, it is Kyle Ranney, TaleSlate Agency, the rising video star in Council Bluffs. How you doing today, my man?
Hey, doing good. I like that title. I
Yeah,
don't like anyone called me that yet. So
yeah, can I just add that to your business card and we can start marketing you that way?
sure.
Well, you and I have been working a lot together out at the farmers market. We team up on some other projects as well. And I wanted to chase you down and have you on the show again because you and I have different approaches working toward the same goal, just as if any other place that is designed to help with marketing. And I wanted to talk about what it is that you do a little bit more in detail, because being in this digital world that we're in now, my opinion is video is more important than ever. Is that a statement you'd agree with?
No. Yes.
Okay.
I would agree with that. So, yeah.
You're just messing with me. All right.
I'm biased, but yeah, no, I think it's super important to have video.
No, I don't know that it's a bias. I think that obviously I tell anybody that is looking at putting together some kind of marketing plan that balanced is good. You need to have a lot of different lines in the water, but with how easily online is accessible now and what you can do with video, it's different than it was even a decade ago. And that's why I think it's even more important now to be getting your message out over video.
Yeah, I agree. Um, I like to focus on what I call core content, which is video content that's going to work for you like day and night, whenever people visit your site, whenever people interact with your business. And I think a lot of companies don't have that. And I think a lot of companies focus on like social media and kind of like these, I don't want to call them, kind of call it the hamster wheel. I think I've mentioned that before. But these like fast hits of engagement or likes or comments. But a lot of times, you start feeding a social media machine what it wants and you quit telling people about what your business actually does and you just follow trends, right? So I see a lot of people going that way, and I kind of encourage people. I'm like, hey, make content of you doing what you do, and I think that's a great approach to start with. And I think a lot of businesses kind of like just don't do that, and so I want to help businesses make content that actually fits their business. And then I also, as a marketing agency, I do offer other services to get those videos where they need to go, and then I also update websites, work on website material. I help people get copy on the website that converts because you can't just put a video on the website and expect it to do good stuff. You gotta put a button below it so people know what to do next. And a lot of times, clients I work with need help with that kind of thing too. And so it becomes more than just a video project, but kind of a full campaign to update your website, whether you're launching a new product or you just want to get your word out there about your ads and the things you already do, and you just want to do more of that.
I've taken a look at a lot of the work that you've done and some of the clients that you have, people that we both know. I'm going to pull up Blake Hunter's name just as an example. I've seen some of the things that you have put together for him, and knowing that this is more than just a social media post. And I think that's important to remember when folks are sitting down to talk with you, that you're aiming a little bit higher than just how many clicks can we get for the day.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, for Blake, I mean, we set up a full email campaign to go out that had a video in it versus just text because we thought that was unique and that would grab attention. But it's also a full blown YouTube series on his YouTube channel as well. So we kind of diversified the video and different applications so that way on the email side he can send out a video per day as he gets a new client inquiry, which keeps him at the top of the inbox, which is really important for realtors because they're usually probably fighting with, not fighting, but they're, when you go to buy a house, you're talking to multiple realtors, right? And obviously, as the realtor, I mean, you want people to pick you. So it's kind of important to stay at the top of the inbox for that to happen. On the other end of that, too, he has all those videos on YouTube, which help with local searchability. So a recent change with Google is that now there's the AI description when you search for things. Like if you search local realtor, there's going to be like a paragraph of whatever the AI thinks is great. And I kind of like that feature, but it's not always the best for businesses because if you were already on that front page, well, now you're a little further down that front page. And if you're working on your SEO and trying to get listed on the first page of Google, that is not good. And so with video, if you properly keyworded a YouTube video, it'll show up before and even right next to the AI. So your AI summary shows up here, and then videos can pop up right here. So if you have properly coded or properly posted YouTube videos, they'll actually show up in the Google search before everything else, and you don't have to like pay a dime to do that. So that's why I'm kind of about like, hey, let's get that content and put it in the background and let it work for you. Because that's going to get you more traffic than posting on social media every day or copying a trend that somebody else in a different market does.
When you sit down to talk to somebody, how often do they have a really clear vision about what it is that they want that video to say versus you bringing things to the table and said, hey, why don't we consider this?
Yeah, a lot of times when people come to me, they kind of know that they need to do a campaign, but they don't necessarily know what that looks like or what to put in that campaign. So a lot of times I am doing market research and then writing scripts for what you're going to put out. And then we film that and use like a teleprompter so that way you feel confident on camera. It keeps your eye line looking right, the right things. Because it's important when you're trying to connect with people, you want your eye line to be in the right spot on camera. You're looking off to the side.
Yeah, I do that a lot when I'm shooting podcast videos. I'll say, hey, can you lift your camera up a little bit? Because the worst is when it's a laptop and the camera, the lid is leaning backwards. So we're looking up.
You're always looking down into the corner.
Right.
I mean,
exactly.
I'm using a teleprompter right now, so I'm looking at your face, but I'm also looking right into the camera. So that's like another piece of video equipment that we use that just gets you professional results.
See, you're actually ahead of the game with me where that is concerned, because what I have done on my side is I have my webcam sitting on a small tripod, and then I put your picture with your eyes right even with the camera. So as I'm looking into the camera, I'm looking at you, because that is important. I used to think it wasn't, but it is.
Yeah, it is very important. Except if people saw you in the room, they'd see what you have set up, and they'd be like, "Well, that looks interesting."
I just let the cat out of the bag. That's what I did.
Yeah, this setup looks pretty cool. If I could show, maybe I'll send a picture and you can show it. But let's see, where were we there? Oh yeah, teleprompter. We use that. I ideate scripts, get approval on that with the client, and then we shoot the videos, edit, deliver. Sometimes you got to build a landing page to put these videos on for a specific campaign. And for those that don't know, a landing page is essentially think of it like a sales flyer. You have a specific service you do, or there's something really specific, and you want to advertise it and hand it out and let people know about it. But it doesn't have all of the information that your business has on it, or it's not all the services on it. And so you set up a landing page, and then you divert traffic to that from the ads that I would create. And then that tells people exactly what to do. You can put all sorts of content on there related to the sales. You can show reviews, that kind of thing. And basically what that sales funnel, that landing page does is it gets people with one single targeted problem to call you, book with you, hire your services to come and fix whatever that problem is you're advertising against.
I remember, you and I worked together on the Celebrate CB parade, and you put together a video to promote the fact that we were doing it. And yet the video got a ton of views. I think we approached 20,000. But what impressed me even more than that was it was compelling enough that people were hitting that share button. And that happened close to 150 times, I think. And to me, the share button, that's organic. You can't pay for that. You can't pay, and I suppose you could go around and hand people money to hit the share button for you, but that's not how that works. So I knew just how compelling it was of what you put together. But as we were doing it, I was just trusting you, because I don't have that background, so I wasn't seeing it. So I can only assume that happens to you as well when you're working with clients, that they're at times they're probably wondering what you're doing, and then after they see the finished product, oh, now I get it.
Yeah, I think sometimes people probably have that perception. But I mean, most of the time when I go to shooting with a client, they already know exactly what I'm going to produce. It's on a piece of paper, and there's we call it like a creative brief that has imagery on it, so that kind of shows like, hey, this is even the style of creative we're trying to recreate. And then on the back end of that, it's like, hey, if those things just get delivered, and it's like, I knew exactly what I was going to get before, and here it is after. And it's a pretty cool process.
How long of a process is it to set someone up with a new project like that? I mean, do you have like a discovery meeting in the beginning, and you need to learn what it is they're trying to say, making suggestions along the way? What's the process like onboarding a new client?
Yeah, that varies a lot, and I would love to get it consistent, but every business is at a different stage, and I have a client right now I'm working with, and they're not looking to do anything till October. So we've gone over a scope of work, but we're going to revisit it and go over it again, and then they'll probably have finished videos close to the end of the year. I've been working with Habitat for Humanity on a project, and that's been going since May, I believe, and that'll go all the way through the end of next month as well. So sometimes it varies, but I mean, I've gotten ads out in less than a week before. So, sometimes people hit me up and with a need, and they need it right now because they're having an event in like 3 weeks, and they want to double their ticket sales. And so we shoot some ad rolls and send them out, gets the ad spent on them, and then they fill the seats for their event. So it kind of varies. I like the longer process because it's a little more relaxed.
Right.
But sometimes like maybe you were just thinking of this now, or you didn't know you needed it, and now you realize you do. Sometimes you just have to get it done quick, so we can accommodate that as well.
Well, that's part of the reason why it's important, I think, to work with somebody local, such as yourself. I mean, you're right here in Council Bluffs in Omaha, Southwest Iowa, and it helps a lot when you can actually see the person you're working with, and it's a lot easier to get that set up and get the feedback that you need as it's happening, as opposed to trying to deal with some kind of national company and remote company or something like that. So that's a big key, I think, into
and I will say there is one big national company that does a lot of work here. And if you're thinking about hiring them, don't because they cut not because it's competition, but they cut corners and they treat the contractors here like crap. I'm going to be honest, and then they take forever to pay them. And is that really what you want representing your business?
That makes sense.
I know if you call a plumber, does he fix stuff for you and you pay him 60 days later?
Yeah.
No. Or if you do, you might have a lien on your house. You should probably get that checked. But yeah. So hire a local. There's so many locals here. Even if you think it's a little bit more expensive, I think on the back end you're going to get a better service than going through, a company that's out in LA, and they're just going to call the same people anyway and beat them down on price. So I guess you can choose to work with a local the first time. And then you might end up working with that same local a second time, but not with the intermediary, and you'll probably get a better service. So
I think that's all great advice. TaleSlate.agency, is that your website?
Yeah, TaleSlate.agency.
That's the one. So head over there to that website, take a look at some of what Kyle has already done. For me, seeing something like that can trigger ideas in my head. I see there. Shifting it a little bit makes more sense for what it is that I'm doing. So that can kind of get the creative juices going. So, which is the whole point to having those rolling on your website anyway. So, always grateful when you take a little bit of time to talk, Kyle, and I'm looking forward to continuing on and a lot more projects in the future. Another note in Council Bluffs later on today from 5 to 7, it is a pop-up pup park at Cochran Park. It's for dogs and for people. So hours going on from 5 to 7 later on today. Developers, engineers, and tech innovators, get this on your calendar. September 30th and October 1st. It is AIM Institute's Heartland Developers Conference. It's taking place in Council Bluffs this year at the Mid-America Center. For over 15 years, Heartland Developers Conference has been the go-to event for Silicon Prairie developers. Keynote speakers, deep dive breakout sessions, an exhibitor hall, hands-on demonstrations, and invaluable networking opportunities. So if you go to hdc.aiminstitute.org, you'll be able to get your tickets and get registered and let your career take off. And speaking of technology, it should be working for you, not against you. At ThinkSpace IT, they provide expert IT solutions to keep your business running smoothly and securely. From cybersecurity and cloud services to network management and tech support, they simplify IT so you can focus on what matters most. Stay protected, stay connected, stay ahead. Visit ThinkSpaceIT.com. Thanks, Kyle Ranney, for being our guest today. We have a lot more of the week to go before we reach the weekend, and I'm looking forward to talking with more folks. Again, don't forget to learn more about Hoodoo Days on Local Roots, same place where you're watching this. That's going to wrap things up for today. Thank you so much for watching. My name's Todd Studer. We'll see you right back here tomorrow morning.